Hey everyone, let's talk about Glen More II Highland Games. Mainly, this is a solo impressions because the big new thing for me, not to put down any of the other chronicles, is the Ultima Factory Magnificent module, which makes the pretty much the entire thing soloable. The base game and every expansion bar one. There is one chronicle where you need 3 or more players. I think it's 3 or more, maybe it needs all 4. But yeah, that can't be done solo. But every other one, which, including the promo one, that's like 10 chronicles that can be combined and mixed and matched in any way to make a game as long and complex as you can handle, basically, or you can just play it as the base game. And the way that it works, pretty much as always, I've said it plenty of times about Ultima Factory, they make really effective solo modes that really require very little overhead while being very competitive bots against you. So without the chronicles included, it's just based on this deck. Ignore anything here and any mentions of chronicles on the cards. It's just basically look this many tiles ahead and get the first one that applies to this. If there aren't any, we'll look at the priority tiles in the order that they are, which dynamically shifts based on how well either of you did in the scoring, because if they did well, they want to keep doing well, and if you did really well, they want to stop you from doing well again next time. And if all else fails, it works the same as the die did. Just go 2 tiles ahead if there's absolutely nothing that they really wanted. And there's a few rules to how each of the things works when they go on the bot's board, but really it's all up here for you. What it does when it gets all of the types of tiles is all printed on the board. So once you've got the kind of complete rules from going over them in the rulebook, it's all there to hand as you are playing through it all, as well as when you mix in the chronicles, you just add these cards for whichever ones that you're playing. There are rules, the chronicles take precedence in numerical order from least to most, from smallest to biggest. So yeah, if you're playing with chronicles 1 and 10, the picking for Chronicle 1 would apply with the highest priority. And a little reminder of all the few extra rules here. So yeah, it's not very much extra at all on top of the rules of the game or the chronicles to do this. All of the rules are pretty much there. Still competes for you in size. Still competes for you against all of these categories. The one thing I would say in my limited experience, I have I've played mainly with the base game as well. And only with this, there was an attempt to do a playthrough with all 3 of these chronicles on. It went terribly. So yeah, abandon that. Let's do one with 1. That's complicated enough to explain. But yeah, mainly against the base game, I have lost every single time on normal mode. Not even close. I would say about a 30-point gulf every time. While my scores get better, Magnificents get better as well. With that's from adding the Chronicle in, I think, though. Yeah, I've stepped it down to easy mode and still been losing. So I think it's gotten to the point where yeah, I need to go on super easy and see if I can squeak out a win here, because yeah, I think it's surely down to perhaps just not managing to deny Magnificent the right things, whilst winning in these categories is really important. And if you can win in a few categories by a lot, that's really lucrative. It's just that, yeah, Magnificent can catch up really easily if the tiles are available to her. And some of that's down to what the die takes out and what the die lets you get as well. That's a factor in it. But yeah, the trade tiles are such a crushing thing sometimes. And it is so easy for Magnificent to build up those stones and get a ridiculous number of points, especially in that last scoring, getting something like 40 points from all of the trade tiles that they've accumulated, because they only have to spend 1 stone every time to get the max value out of the trade tiles. But as I say, that might just be from not denying the right tiles, and not, as in the playthrough that hopefully you've just seen, yeah, I think it's from not taking some trade tiles myself as well. Not just to deny them, but to get use of the resources that I was producing that weren't really going anywhere. So yeah, there's that. As for the Chronicles, I really like. I've only got real proper experience playing the Highland Games. I think I've reached that level. But yeah, there's also a module for you bid on special abilities that will affect the next scoring, and there is a high complexity chronicle where you have blueprints for these special landmarks that you need to build over time, and you'll get special benefits if you put them next to certain things and not other things. There are double tiles that can overbuild if you have built in the right configuration beforehand. Some amazing kind of pre-planning and stuff needed for those. But as always, with, as I said, hopefully for the original video for Glen More II, so much variety packed into this. There is, it's especially just, you know, putting one of these chronicles on its time. Some don't change much, you know, like the boat race that I did in the original playthrough, or the Highlander one where you are jumping over a mountain and dropping off resources on there, or you can collect everything that's there. They add nice little twists and extra things. Some can, you know, massively add to the playing time and the complexity and the richness of it. And so just as on their own, they are great additions. But the fact that you could, you know, if you really want to get into it and really get comfortable with it all, you can mix and match all of your favorites together and make your perfect game of Glen More. And so with the expansion, it's just even more customizable. Some more ideas from different designers as well. This Highland Games was designed by Johnny Pack, and the bidding module, I haven't got them in front of me, was designed by Rudiger Dorn of Storied fame. Is that the phrase? I don't know if that's a phrase. But yeah. Still 3 new meaty chronicles in the expansion, but the highlight is the fact that it can be played solo with any of these combinations. Now just be aware that if you're anything like me, you might find it crushingly difficult and have to go to super easy, which I'm going to be doing next time. Maybe we'll be back live with another chronicle. We'll see how that goes. This won by far my monthly Patreon vote, so if you'd like to help influence what gets played through next, and should Glen More II return, let me know in the comments, or sign up on patreon.com/slickerdrips if you'd like to help me keep making playthroughs. It would be massively appreciated. And yeah, the video still exists because of that. But thank you very much for watching this anyway, and I'll see you for the next game. Bye everyone.